Another person, though, who was champion for a minute, who you had some interesting things to say at one of the debut episodes of your podcast, was Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks was out there, and you said she would have been fine if they didn't hand her a microphone and the bell didn't ring.
Correct.
I said
that about that performance.
That particular performance.
Right.
What do you think of Sasha Banks? What's your honest opinion? Is she what she's hyped up to be by many wrestling fans?
I don't think she's what she's hyped up to be. I think she has the potential to get there. And I think that probably a little bit she was working to that hype and living off that hype and just banking off that hype instead of, as I said, then the damn bell has to ring. And there's a lot of people that fit that same description. But I think Sasha has the tools. She's still got a ways to go. She's got to get comfortable in the ring. She's got to get in there and be more at ease in her skin and feel comfortable when she's speaking, feel comfortable when she's wrestling. She cut a promo last week or the week before, I forget which one, I think it was the week before, where it was night and day from when I made my first comment. Oh, my God, give her a microphone, turn the channel.
Tell us how you really feel.
Well, I'm sorry. It was horrible. It was just horrible. And, and then the match was...
But was it Titus O'Neil horrible, or was it Kalisto horrible? Because you have those variations there.
Oh, well, hey now.
Yeah.
Hey now.
What's wrong with Titus or Kalisto? I like them both. Come on.
Did you see Titus's promo on Raw a few weeks ago?
I don't remember it now.
Okay. I do not recall.
Hey, here's the
he reserves his
Here's the beautiful
right.
thing, okay? Yeah. Is because since I don't talk about Raw and SmackDown anymore, review it in my show.
You don't have to watch it.
I don't have to watch it. I can go back. I can go back to fast forwarding and if there's highlights, Conrad will tell me, "Hey, go back and watch this." But, yeah.
I thought it was interesting. Now, let me ask you this. So, Sasha, though, has, I like Sasha Banks, but she has been out quite a few times with some sort of injury.
She's injury-prone.
She's injury-prone. Okay,
right.
That's a word that's thrown out about her.
It's hard to invest in someone that's injury-prone.
That was going to be my question. When y'all saw somebody that you wanted to put the rocket boosters on or you wanted to push, but then they were always coming down with some sort of injury, would that just scare y'all off and you'd abandon ship?
Well, I mean, of course it scares you off. If they can't fix what's wrong with them and they are continually getting hurt, then there's something else going on. So, yeah, it's hard to put your money behind them.
So you would there be meetings to where you're like, oh, this is the third injury, let's kind of drop them down the rung?
Well, it's obviously a topic of discussion, and you sit there and go, God, do we really want to go there with them, or do we want to, put them down under here and let's see how they do for a while? And see if we can get past this, little injury phase that we're going through. And if they can do that, then let's take it to the next level.
To me, a great example of that. I mean, let me actually ask you this first. When Stone Cold was on the rise, he was getting real hot. And then he goes in that Intercontinental Championship match, SummerSlam, Owen Hart. Owen drops him on his head and on accident breaks his neck. Has a serious neck injury. Then he has to get that surgery where he was out for a year or however long. But when you saw the tombstone happen, did you know something was wrong? And then my follow-up would be, how worried were y'all?
We were very worried. You can tell, unfortunately. From experience, you can tell. But Steve had his arms all up like this, and he was in a position where it's like, oh, God, he got a stinger. And we just thought it was a stinger at the time. But you could tell that he was having nerve issues right at that point because of the way that his hands were, the way that his arms were, and the fact that the referee, got Owen away from him. And then Steve got up and they went right into a finish, not the planned finish, but they went right into a finish. But that was a freak accident. Owen Hart probably could do that move every single night and not drop someone on their head. And that was, an unfortunate, horrible, horrible accident.
But did you think, because I'm sure y'all had plans for Steve, when that happened, was it let's abandon ship on these because we don't know if he's ever going to recover or if it's going to be a hide and watch?
Well, at the time, no one really knew. And there was an issue of, well, if we do this and we have this surgery or we do that, he'll be back at such and such a time. Knowing that he was going to be back at what we were told 100%, okay, well, let's keep him here and keep him involved and do some different things with him. And so when he comes back, we can just go with that time. But other things happen in between. So,
but he was
never know.
He was never labeled like injury prone. Obviously,
I don't think Steve was injury prone at all.
Yeah, it was just one accident.
It was an accident. Yeah.
So there's a difference.
There's a difference between someone accidentally hurting you in a match and going to the ring and your hamstring pops or your knee pops or you twist your ankle and then you hurt your shoulder and then you hurt your neck and then it's always something. With Stevie, he had a broken neck. He had a neck issue. He had knee issues, but those he wore his Forrest Gump.
He wore his braces. His Forrest Gumps.
I know. That's what Steve called them. Run, Forrest, run. And,
they were Forrest Gumpy. I never thought of that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Also, that's Steve's description.
Not yours. You do not endorse that.
I did used to yell, "Run, Steve, run!"
What's up, guys? Booker T, 5-time champ. September, here we come. The Harlem Heat reunion. Booker T and Stevie Ray back together again at the old ECW Arena. Oh, the Harlem Heat is coming.